Vouchsafe to those who have not read the story, that I may prompt them, and as of such as have, I humbly pray them admit the excuse of time, of numbers, and due course of things, which cannot in their huge and proper life be here presented. Now we bear the king toward Calais. Grant him there seen, heave him away upon your winged thoughts, athwart the sea. Behold the English beach, pales in the flood with men, with wives and boys, whose shouts and claps out voice the deep-mouthed sea, which like a mighty whiffer for the king seems to prepare his way. So let him land, and solemnly see him set onto London, so swift a pace hath thought that even now you may imagine him upon Blackheath, where that his lords desire him to have borne his bruised helmet and his bended sword before him through the city. He forbids it, being free from vainness and self-glorious pride, giving full trophy signal and austin quite from himself to God. But now behold, in the quick forge and working house of thought, how London doth pour out her citizens, the mayor and all his brethren in best sort, like to the senators of the antique Rome, with the plebeians swarming at their heels, go forth and fetch their conquering Caesar in, as by a lowering but loving likelihood, were now the general of our gracious empress, as in good time he may, from Ireland coming, bringing rebellion broached on his sword. How many would the peaceful city quit to welcome him? Much more and much more cause did they this tarry. Now in London place him, as yet the lamentation of the French invites the King of England stay at home. The Emperor is coming in behalf of France to order peace between them, and omit all occurrences, whatever chanced, till Harry's back return again to France. There we must bring him, and myself have played the interim by remembering you 'tis past, then brook abridgment, and your eyes advance, after your thoughts straight back again to France. Act 5, Scene 1, France, the English camp. Enter Llewellyn and Gower.
Nay, that's right. But why wear you your leek today? St. David's Day is past.
There is occasion and causes why and wherefore in all things. I will tell you, Assay, my friend, Captain Gower, the rascally, scald, beggarly, lousy, pragging knave pistol, which you and yourself and all the world know to be no better than a fellow, look you now, of no merits. He is come to me and brings me preed and salt yesterday, look you, and bid me eat my leek. It was in place where I could not breed no contention with him, but I shall be so bold as to wear it in my cap till I see him once again, and there I will tell him a little of my desires.
Why, here he comes, swelling like a turkey cock.
'Tis no matter for his swellings nor his turkey cocks. God bless you, ancient pistol, you scurvy, lousy knave. God bless you.
Ha! Art thou bedlam? Dost thou thirst, babe Trojan, to have me fold up Parcus Fata web? Hence I am qualmish at the smell of leek.
I beseech you, you heartily scurvy, lousy knave, at my desires and my requests and my petitions to eat, look you, this leek, because you, look you do not love it, nor your affectations and your desires and your digestions do agree with it. I would desire to eat it.
Not for Caldwalder and all his goats.
Llewellyn, you're muted.
Oh, fuck. This is no good, you. Will you so good, scald knave, as eat it?
Base Trojan, thou shalt die.
You say very true, scald knave, and when God's will is it, I'll desire you to live in the meantime and eat your victuals. Come here, there is sauce for it, strikes him. He called me yesterday mountain squire, but I will make you today a squire of low degree. I pray you fall to. You can mock a leak, you can eat a leak.
Enough, Captain. You have astonished him.
I say I will make him eat some part of the leak, or I'll peat his pate for 4 days. Pate, I pray you. It is good for your green wound, you and your bloody coxcomb.
Must I bite?
Yes, certainly, out of doubt and out of question too, and ambiguities.
By this leak I will most horribly revenge. I eat and eat, I swear.
Eat, I pray you. Will you come some more sauce to your leek? There is not enough leek to swear by.
Quiet thy cudgel. Thou dost see I eat.
Much good you do, you scold knave heartily. Nay, pray, you throw none away. The skin is good for you, broken coxcomb. When you take occasion to see leaks thereafter, I pray you, mock at them. That is all.
Good.
Aye, leaks is good. Hold you, there is a groat to heal to your pate.
Me, a groat?
Yes, verily, and in truth you shall take it, or I shall have another leak in my pocket, which you shall eat.
I take thy groat in earnest of revenge.
If owe you anything, I pay you in cudgels. You shall be a woodmonger, and buy nothing of me but cudgels. Goodbye with you, and keep you, and heal your pate.
All hell shall stir for this. Go, you are counterfeit, cowardly knave. Will you mock at an ancient tradition begun upon an honorable respect and worn as a memorable trophy of predeceased valor, and dare not avouch in your deeds any of your words? I have seen you gleeking and galling at this gentleman twice or thrice. You thought because he could not speak English in the native garb, he could not therefore handle an English cudgel. You find it otherwise, and henceforth let a Welsh correction teach you a good English condition. Fare ye well.
Exit.
Doth fortune play the huswife with me now? News have I that my Nell is dead in the spatial malady of France, and there my rendezvous is quite cut off. Old I do wax, and from my weary limbs honor is cudgeled. Well, bawd I'll turn, and something lean to cut purse of quick hand. To England will I steal, and there I'll steal, and patches will I get unto these cudgel scars, and swear I got them in the Gallia wars.
Exit. Act 5, Scene 2, France, a royal palace. Enter at one door King Henry, Exeter, Bedford, Gloucester, Warwick, Westmoreland, and other lords. At the other, the French king, Queen Isabel, Princess Catherine, Alice, and other ladies, the Duke of Burgundy and his train.
Peace to this meeting, wherefore we are met. Unto our brother France and to our sister, health and fair time of day. Joy and good wishes to our most fair and princely cousin Catherine. And as a branch and member of this royalty, by whom this great assembly is contrived, we do salute you, Duke of Burgundy, and Princes French, and peers, and health to you all.
Right joyous are we to behold your face, most worthy brother England. Fairly met, so are you, princes English, every one.
So happy be the issue, brother England, of this good day and of this gracious meeting, as we are now glad to behold our eyes, your eyes, which hereto have borne in them against the French who that met them in their bent, that fatal balls of murdering ballists, the venom of such looks, we fairly hope, have lost their quality, and that this day shall change all griefs and quarrels into love.
To cry amen to that, thus we appear.
Jesus Christ.
You English princes all, I do salute you.
My duty to you both on equal love, great kings of France and England, that I have labored with all my wits, my pains, and strong endeavors to bring your most imperial majesties unto this bar and royal interview, your mightiness on both parts best can witness. Since then my office hath so far prevailed, that face to face and royal eye to eye you have congreted. Let it not disgrace me if I demand before this royal view what rub or what impediment there is, why that the naked, poor, and mangled peace, dear nurse of arts, plenties, and joyful births, should not in this best garden of the world, our fertile France, put up her lovely visage. Alas, she hath from France too long been chased, and all her husbandry doth lie on heaps, corrupting in its own fertility. Her vine, the merry cheerer of the heart, unpruned dies, her hedges, even pleached, like prisoners wildly overgrown with hair, put forth disordered twigs, her fallow lees, the darnel, hemlock, and rank fumitory doth root upon, while that the coulter rusts that should deracinate such savagery. The even mead, that erst brought sweetly forth the freckled cowslip, burnet and green clover, wanting the scythe, all uncorrected, rank, conceives by idleness, and nothing teems but hateful docks, rough thistles, kexies, burrs, losing both beauty and utility. And as our vineyards, fallows, meads, and hedges, defective in their natures, grow to wildness, even so our houses and ourselves and children have lost or do not learn for want of time the sciences that should become our country, but grow like savages as soldiers will, that nothing do but meditate on blood, to swearing and stern looks, diffused attire, and everything that seems unnatural, which to reduce into our former favor, you are assembled. And my speech entreats that I may know the let why gentle peace should not expel these inconveniences and bless us with her former qualities.
If, Duke of Burgundy, you would the peace whose want gives growth to the imperfections which you have cited, you must buy that peace with full accord to all our just demands, whose tenors and particular effects you have scheduled briefly into your hands.
The king hath heard them, to the which as yet there is no answer made.
I have but...
Well, then the peace which you before so urged lies in your answer.
I have but with a cursory eye or glance the articles. Please, with your grace, to appoint some of your council presently to sit with us once more, with better heed to resurvey them. We will suddenly pass our accept and peremptory answer.
Brother, we shall. Go, Uncle Exeter, and Brother Clarence, and you, Brother Gloucester. Warwick and Huntingdon, go with the king, and take with you free power to ratify, augment, or alter as your wisdom's best shall see advantageable for our dignity. Anything in or out of our demands, we will consign thereto. Will you, fair sister, go with the princes or stay here with us?
Oh, gracious brother, I will go with them. Haply a woman's voice may do some good when articles too nicely urged be stood on.
Yet leave our cousin Catherine here with us. She is our capital command, comprised within the fore rank of our articles.
She hath good leave.
Fair Catherine, and most fair, will you vouchsafe to teach a soldier terms such as will enter at a lady's ear and plead his love suit to her gentle heart?
Oh, your majesty shall mock me. I cannot speak your England.
Oh, fair Catherine, if you will love me soundly with your French heart, I will be glad to hear you confess it brokenly with your English tongue. Do you like me, Kate?
Oh, pardonnez-moi, I cannot tell that is like me.
An angel is like you, Kate, and you are like an angel.
Que dit-il? Que je suis semblable à la ange?
I said so, dear Catherine, and I must not blush to affirm it.
Oh, mon Dieu! Les langues des hommes sont pleines de tromperies.
What says she, fair one? That the tongues of men are full of deceits?
We that the tongues of the man is be full of deceits. That is the princess.
The princess is the better Englishwoman. In faith, Kate, my wooing is fit for thy understanding. I am glad thou canst speak no better English, for if thou couldst, thou wouldst find me such a plain king that thou wouldst think I had sold my farm to buy my crown. I know no ways to mince it in love, but directly to say, I love you. Then, if you urge me further than to say, do you in faith, I wear out my suit. Give me your answer. In faith, do. And so clap hands in a bargain. How say you, lady?
Oh, so votre honneur, me understand well.
Mary, if you would put me to verses or to dance for your sake, Kate, why you undid me. For the one I have neither words nor measure, and for the other I have no strength in measure, yet a reasonable measure and strength. If I could win a lady at leapfrog, or by vaulting into my saddle with my armor on my back under the correction of bragging be it spoken, I should quickly leap into a wife. Or if I might buffet for my love or bound my horse for her favors, I could lay on like a butcher and sit like a jackanapes, never off. But before God, Kate, I cannot look greenly nor gasp out of my eloquence, nor I have no cunning in protestation, only downright oaths, which I never use till urged, for never break for urging. If thou canst love a fellow of this temper, Kate, whose face is not worth sunburning, that never looks in his glass for love of anything he sees there, let thine eye be thy cook. I speak to thee, plain soldier. If thou canst love me for this, take me. If not, to say to thee that I shall die is true. But for thy love, by the Lord, no. Yet I love thee too. And while thou lives, dear Kate, take a fellow of plain and uncoined constancy, for he perforce must do thee right, because he hath not the gift to woo in other places. But these fellows of infinite tongue that can rhyme themselves into ladies' favors, they do always reason themselves out again. What? A speaker is but a prater, a rhyme is but a ballad, a good leg will fall, a straight back will stoop, a black beard will turn white, a curved pate will grow bald, a fair face will wither, a full eye will wax hollow, but a good heart, Kate, is the sun and the moon, or rather the sun and not the moon, for it shines bright and never changes, but keeps his course truly. If thou would have such a one, take me. take a soldier. Take a soldier, take a king. And what sayest thou then to my love? Speak. Speak, my fair, and fairly I pray thee.
Is it possible I should love the enemy of France?
No, it is not possible you should love the enemy of France, Kate. But in loving me, you should love the friend of France, for I love France so well that I will not part with a village of it. I will have it all. And Kate, when France is mine and I am yours, then yours is France, and you are mine.
I cannot tell what is that.
No, Kate. I will tell thee in French, which I am sure will hang upon my tongue like a new married wife about her husband's neck, hardly to be shook off. Je compte sur la possession de France et quand vous avez les possession de moi. Let me see, but then, Saint Dennis, be my speed. Donc, votre est France et vous et mien? It's as easy for me, Kate, to conquer the kingdom as to speak so much more French. I shall never move thee in French, unless it is to laugh at me.
Sauf votre honneur, le François que vous parlez, il n'est mieux que l'anglais lequel je parle.
No, Faith, it's not, Kate. But thy speaking of my tongue, and I thine most truly falsely, must needs be granted to be much at one. But Kate, dost thou understand thus much English? Canst thou love me?
I cannot tell.
Can any of your neighbors tell? Kate, I'll ask them. Come, I know thou lovest me, and at night, when you come into your closet, you'll question this gentleman about me. And I know, Kate, you will to her dispraise those parts in me that you love with your heart. But good Kate, mock me mercifully, the rather gentle princess, because I love thee cruelly. If ever thou beest mine, Kate, as I have a saving faith within me tells me thou shalt, I get thee with scambling, and thou must therefore needs prove a good soldier breeder. Shall not thou and I between Saint Denis and Saint George compound a boy, half French, half English, that shall go to Constantinople and take the Turk by the beard? Shall we not? What sayest thou, my fair fleur-de-lis?
I do not know that.
No, 'tis hereafter to know, but not to promise. Do now but promise, Kate, you will endeavor for your French part of such a boy, and for my English moiety take the word of a king and a bachelor. How answer you, la plus belle Catherine Dumont, mon très cher et devant 10?
Your Majesty of force French, enough to deceive the most sage demoiselle that is in France.
Now fie upon my false French. By mine honor in true English I love thee, Kate, by which honor I dare not swear thou lovest me. Yet my blood begins to flatter me that thou dost, notwithstanding the poor and untempering effect of my visage. Now beshrew my father's ambition. He was thinking of civil wars when he got me. Therefore was I created with a stubborn outside, with an aspect of iron, that when I come to woo ladies, I fright them. But in faith, Kate, the elder I wax, the better I shall appear. My comfort is that old age, that I'll layer up of beauty, can do no more, spoil upon my face. Thou hast me, if thou hast me, at the worst, and thou shalt wear me, if thou wear me, better and better. And therefore tell me, most fair Catherine, will you have me? Put off your maiden blushes, avouch the thoughts of your heart, when with looks of an empress take me by the hand and say, Harry of England, I am thine. which word thou shalt no sooner bless mine ear withal, but I will tell thee aloud, England is thine, Ireland is thine, France is thine, and Harry Plantagenet is thine. Who though I speak it before his face, if he be not fellow with the best king, thou shalt find the best king of good fellows. Come, your answer in broken music, for thy voice is music and thy English broken. Therefore, Queen of all, Catherine, break thy mind to me in broken English. Wilt thou have me?
That is as it shall please de Roy mon père.
Nay, it will please him well, Kate. It shall please him, Kate.
Then it shall also content me.
Upon that I kiss thy hand, and I call you my queen.
Oh, laissez, monseigneur, laissez. Ma foi, je ne veux point que vous abaissez votre grandeur en baissant la main de votre seigneurie indigne serviteur. Excusez-moi, je vous supplie, mon très puissant seigneur.
Then I will kiss your lips, Kate.
Oh, mesdames et demoiselles, pour être pressées devant le noce, s'il n'est pas la costume de France.
Madam, my interpreter, what says she?
That it is not the fashion pour les ladies of France. I cannot tell what is bassier in English.
To kiss.
Oh, Your Majesty entendre better que moi.
Is it not a fashion for the maids in France to kiss before they are married, would she say?
Oui, very more.
Oh, Kate, nice customs curtsy to great kings. Dear Kate, you and I cannot be confined within the weak list of a country's fashion. We are the makers of manners, Kate, and the liberty that follows our places stops the mouth of all fine faults. As I will do yours for upholding the nice fashion of your country and denying me a kiss, therefore, patiently and yielding. You have witchcraft in your lips, Kate. There is more eloquence and sugar touch of them than in the tongues of the French council. And they should sooner persuade Harry of England than a general petition of monarchs. Here comes your father.
Re-enter the French king and his queen, Burgundy and other lords.
Burgundy. God save your Majesty, my royal cousin. Teach our princess English?
I would have her learn, my fair cousin, how perfectly I love her, and that is good English.
Is she not apt?
Our tongue is rough, cause, and my condition is not smooth, so that having neither the voice nor the heart of flattery about me, I cannot so conjure up the spirit of love in her that he will appear in his true likeness.
Pardon the frankness of my mirth if I answer you for that. If you would conjure in her, you must make a circle. If conjure up love in her in his true likeness, he must appear naked and blind. Can you blame her then, being a maid yet rosed over with the virgin crimson of modesty, if she deny the appearance of a naked blind boy in her naked seeing self? It were, my lord, a hard condition for a maid to consign to.
Yet they do wink and yield, as love is blind and enforces.
They are then excused, my lord, when they see not what they do.
Then, good my lord, teach your cousin to consent winking.
I will wink her on to consent, my lord, if you will teach her to know my meaning. For maids well summered and warm kept are like flies at Bartholomew tide, blind, though they have their eyes, and then they will endure handling, which before would not abide looking on.
This moral ties me over to time and a hot summer. And so I shall catch the fly, your cousin, in the latter end, and she must be blind too.
As love is, my lord, before that it loves.
It is so. And you may, some of you, thank love for my blindness, who cannot see many a fair French city for one fair French maid that stands in my way.
Yes, my lord, you see them prospectively. The cities turned into a maid, for they are all girdled with maiden walls that war hath never entered.
Shall Kate be my wife?
So please you.
I am content. So the maiden cities you talk of may wait on her. So the maid that stood in the way for my wish shall show me the way to my will.
We have consented to all terms of reason.
Is it so, my lords of England?
The king hath granted every article, his daughter first, and then in sequel all, according to their firm proposed natures.
Only he hath not yet subscribed this, where your majesty demands that the king of France, having any occasion to write for matter of grant, shall name your highness in this form, and with this addition in French, Notre cher fils Henri, roi de la terre, héritier de France, and thus in Latin, Plere clarissimus filius noster Henricus rex Angliae et hare Francae.
No, this I have not, brother, so denied, but your request shall make me let it pass.
As I was about to say.
I'm sorry.
Nor this I have not, brother, so denied, but your request shall make me let it pass.
I pray you then, in love and dear alliance, let that one article rank with the rest, and thereupon give me your daughter.
Take her, fair son, and from her blood raise up issue to me, that the contending kingdoms of France and England, whose very shores look pale with envy on each other's happiness, may cease their hatred. And this, dear conjunction, plant neighborhood and Christian-like accord in their sweet bosoms, that never war advance his bleeding sword twixt England and fair France.
Amen.
Amen. Now welcome, Kate, and bear me witness all, that here I kiss her as my sovereign queen.
God, the best maker of all marriages, combine your hearts in one, your realms in one, as man and wife, being two, are one in love. So betwixt your kingdoms such espousal, thou never may ill offers, or foul jealousy, which troubles off the bed of the blessed marriage. Thrust in between the paction of these kingdoms, to make divorce of their incorporate league, that English may as French, Englishmen, receive each other. God speak this amen.
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 Prepare we for our marriage, on which day my lord of Burgundy will take your oath, and all the peers for surety of our leagues. Then shall I swear to Kate, and you to me, and may our oath well kept and prosperous be.
Thus far, with all rough and all unable pen, our bending author hath pursued the story, in little room confining mighty men, mangling by starts the full course of their glory. Small time. But in that small most greatly lived this star of England. Fortune made his sword, by which the world's best garden he achieved, and of it left his son imperial lord, Henry VI. In infant bands crowned king of France and England did this king succeed, whose states so many had the managing that they lost France and made his England bleed, which oft our stage hath shown, and for their sake in your fair minds let this acceptance take.
All right.
Wow, that was a slog.
That's a long.
Nah, that went smoothly.
A long play.
Yeah, that's a much longer than I remembered.
Do you remember the cut version?
yeah, like all 2
We're
hours.
walking
of
into
it.
over 3.5 hours on this one.
No, I remember the Brana version of it. It just goes like that.
And he even threw some Henry IV in there. So yeah,
Yeah,
so.
So guys, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing any talk back or feedback because it's late and you guys have put in your time. Next week, remember, we're going to be back for our poetry slam. For those of you who want to read, and for those of you who've been watching, you can pick your favorite poem. It's open to everybody. The Zoom link will be open to anybody who wants to join in. There's no restrictions. There's no sign up. It's just come on into the room and join us. Read a poem, read your favorite sonnet, read a sonnet that you've written, read a poem from another author completely. But it's an opportunity to share some words and so the beauty of some words with your friends and your neighbors during this time. So you can join us for our springtime sonnet slam next week, next Thursday, 6 o'clock. And we hope to see you all back here. We hope to see some new faces as well. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
Good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.